It's a beautiful afternoon here in the capital city, and you're highly welcome to today's edition of the Youth Agenda. With me in the studio, I have Avila and Damaris. You're highly welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so yesterday, which was Wednesday, yesterday was 28, right?
Yes.
28th January. The communication minister, Bosun Tijani, made a statement in the news conference here in Abuja to mark the Global Privacy Day. And he said, I quote, Nigeria's ambition to build a $1 trillion economy can only be achieved if digital growth is anchored on trust, data protection, and shared prosperity. So over to you, Damaris. What does that really mean? What does that even mean for an average Nigerian youth that is trying to survive?
Okay. Thank you for that question. For the Nigerian youth, for the average Nigerian youth, we're talking of infrastructure, we're talking of employment, foreign investment. How does it relate? How does it affect him positively? How does it affect his life, his standard of living? How does it relate to him? So I think it's actually a good thing because it increases the overall general productivity of the economy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the minister also said, and I quote, when we lose trust in this sector, people will be discouraged from actually relying on the tools that we hope can transform into economic growth. So Avila, what do you think? If this is actually a foundation, if the digital economy is going to be built on trust, if trust is going to be seen as the foundation, right?
Yeah.
So why do many Nigerians still fear online platforms and other government tech systems? What do you think about it?
Okay. Let me bring it down to our general way of living and the rest. For instance, when you go for your NIN registration, you can imagine the queue you find in such places. Now, they give you a slip to fill and the rest. There is a chance that someone can buy into that information,
Okay.
pick it up, and then use it in a way that is not profitable for you as a person. And when you talk of online platform, we have online platform like Naira Land, we have online platforms like Okash. Now, these online platforms now, for youths that want to get money, maybe to start one business or the other,
Like
you find
a
out that at some point it folds up. Some of them folds up, and some of them you find out that they have hidden interest. Now, for a Nigerian youth, when you see such, you'll be afraid to even, buy into such platforms because you don't know what is their hidden agenda. They might just want that, just to increase themselves monetarily.
Okay.
So with such kind of things happening now, because they are still happening, with such kind of things happening now, in Nigeria, you should be afraid of buying into such systems. That is my own opinion, yes, regarding it. Yes.
All right, so over to you, Damaris, right? How many Nigerians even know that they have data privacy rights, and who is responsible for that awareness? Who do you think is responsible, and how do we know that we even have the data privacy rights?
No, here's the thing. Most people don't know about, they are not educated, maybe they are not literate on how to use the internet, and their information are just out there. Literally, you can just go anywhere and just get stuff because a lot of people are just putting it out there. And here is where bodies such as the NDPC and other, they should collaborate with influencers, content creators to educate people because youth use social media, TikTok, Instagram, everything. They use it except listening to podcasts. And I feel like if they can actually collaborate with the way they know that youths use the internet very well, they should just collaborate with them so that those information can be passed to them.
Okay, so since we are still talking about the digital economy, Avila, we have had so many cases where some persons will maybe purchase a gadget like a phone, and thereafter, maybe some days or some weeks later, the person is apprehended for theft when the person actually bought it and has a receipt. maybe the phone has been stolen by the buyer, by the seller.
Okay.
So and the person is not aware. So in such cases, considering the digital economy that we're talking about, right? So how do we treat such cases? How can the real perpetrators of the crime, the stealing of those gadgets or something, how can they be found out so that this person that is now the victim can be free?
Okay, I think there are systems in place that helps one to know the real owner of a particular gadget.
Okay.
Now, for instance, every phone comes with a particular system, right? Every phone comes with a particular system. So now, if you are the owner of that system, because of your details, which was originally placed in that phone, there's a possibility that that phone can be tracked, and the real owner can be found, because every phone comes, blank. Every phone comes empty.
Yes.
So because your, for instance, the iPhone, because of your details that has been there before now, you cannot have access to it. Now, but if you have access to it, which is your question, how, can they be hacked? You can make a report.
Okay.
Yeah, a report can be made, and, such gadgets can be found.
All right, thank you very much. Damaris, you know that when we're talking about digital economy, we are talking about data, information of the people generally, right? So in what ways do you think that people unknowingly, especially the youth, give out their data without knowing?
Links.
Okay, links.
They click on links, they not see, no verification, no source of authenticity, they just click on it. They're expecting good, or they see loan, or they say OPay or Big Brother Nigeria is giving out free 5,000 naira if you share this to 5 groups, not knowing they are sharing fraud, and their information is being passed.
Okay.
They are going to register, they are going to sign up for stores on those links, and information is being passed freely without anyone forcing them or anything.
All right. So Avila, do you have what to add to that? How do the youths give out their data? Do you have any other way to mention? We
have different platforms that actually, bring out some of these links, as she has originally said. We have platforms like Facebook, we have platforms like Instagram, we have platforms like TikTok. Now, posting your personal, things on this platform can actually give people access to some information about you that shouldn't, be given to them. For instance, your phone number. There are small businesses that uses Facebook to, build their businesses. So with such platforms, you see them, they just write their phone number there and there. So use that alone can give people access to your details. Yeah, and some of these platforms also, we have like Nigerian Dimension, and some of them ask for your BVN. Some of these platforms ask for your BVN. In so doing, you give them access to your details. That's why it's very important that we know the kind of platforms we share our personal details with. Yeah.
All right. So, Damaris, we are still talking about data, right? Is there any instance that the government has come out publicly to admit that the maybe a major breach in data, or maybe someone's information is leaked, is as a result of them not being able to put the security data protection policy in place? Have you ever heard of such cases that the government will come out publicly to admit that it is their fault, right? Apart from the person being involved, that the person that is maybe exposed, posting it by him or herself. Have you ever heard government?
I've never heard of such, and I don't think they will come out to add. I don't think they will.
All right, so
you can't even admit to that. You can't see somebody with Nigeria is a country that would never admit their fault. They will always place it on another system. It's just like when something happened with I think was it Buhari now or something. The system was not working. Things were not working, and they were like lazy Nigerian youths.
Okay.
Leaving
Problem.
the leadership problem we have in Nigeria. They
Out
now,
of it.
yes, and then they place it on the youth, lazy Nigerian youth. So if their system is failing, they won't come out and tell you their system is failing. But we can see that they try to put some measures to help secure the system, like linking your SIM card with your NIN. That was a measure, put in order to secure individuals' data. So when you see such measures being played, you know that they are aware that there are some things that are not working, because some people started using the SIM card to go into fraud.
Okay.
We see people calling you and say, that.
If you buy, like, I have this Airtel line now that I bought like some few months ago, and if I use it to call somebody, the person will now be asking me, calling me one Hausa name, right? But I just bought this line and register it with my name.
You can imagine.
But it's still showing the name of the original owner of the line.
You see it. So we can see that they put those measures to, curtail those things, because they know that it was not working. And they just had to do it anyhow, so that to make sure.
Allegedly, he was not working. Allegedly. Okay, Damaris, we know that the youth in Nigeria are the highest number, like in terms of internet users.
Yeah.
When it comes to the digital economy, we know that the youth, we have the highest number of people within the number of population now. Talking about the population, maybe the older people, the younger people. The younger people, we are the highest user of this digital space. But why are we not the loudest in terms of this digital economy? Why are we not the loudest in supporting it? Remember that, okay, let me not say it. Let me not say that.
No, go ahead.
Let me not say that, but the youth have been restricted in so many ways digitally, right? So let me not just say it, but what do you think? Why are we not the loudest? Why are we not the loudest?
Because when you walk into a room, for me, when you walk into a room, they look at you and they're like, can she even handle it? Can he even handle it? What's his age? He doesn't look the age. He doesn't look the age for that role. But they don't know that a young person, they say learn from the younger ones. Younger people have the mindset that goes wild and beyond. They think outside the box. But when they get old, that's when they start thinking, oh, I need to be productive and all, not knowing that they're actually cool, but the system did not permit them. Okay. And that's very poor of us if we don't actually cultivate that environment for the youths to express themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lastly, Abila, what do you have to say about that? Why are we not the loudest?
I think a lot of distractions.
Okay.
A lot of distractions. For instance, let me not use myself as an example. Okay. But you go online and the first thing you want to see is entertainment. How many times have Nigerians, as some youth, actually gone online and say, okay, I want to learn this particular thing? Just going online to even learn a thing, let's start from there. When you get there, they're telling you to pay an amount of money.
Pay some money.
Online course.
The online courses,
and
join a link to go here and
click
go
a link
there.
that will take you to one Telegram.
So with such kind of thing happening online, how can we be the loudest? Okay. Because we don't have. It's just that recently some of them have started coming up to say, okay, free training just to expose the youth to some digital skills and the rest. Unlike before, everything was just so secured. You can't have access to anything except if you have, the money to do all this. I mean, that Nigeria is making a lot that can serve millions of youth or thousands of youth. So I think it's just distraction from our leaders and also from few youths.
All right. Thank you very much, Avila and Damaris, for your contribution. Okay, we have come to the end of today's edition, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you.